I don't know what's going on with my video. I just started my video, my 2-year-old video, and it just stopped. Just decided it didn't want to talk to me anymore. Anyway, I guess I'll start over. Absolute Euphoria. I want to talk about the 2-year-olds, what they're up to, what I think of them, how they're coming. Absolute Euphoria. I think a couple of horses were turned out, and you don't hear me say this very often, they were too big. And I think Absolute Euphoria and Anchors Up were both too big. Absolute Euphoria trained in 2-4 at the open house day, or 2-5, and then we kicked her out. That was the plan all along. Anchors Up, I qualified him, and either in the qualifier or subsequently after the qualifier, I changed my view and said, this horse is just too big. 2-4 last half in a minute. He did his work adequate, but he was just too big and gangly, so we kicked him out. Austral Hanover, him and Tailgate Buzz have been so good the last 2 weeks. It's almost unfair that Spitfire Overseas and Crantini are this good. We're very blessed and very fortunate, but, to have a colt that's never missed the top 3, to won Stallion Series by 6 lengths or 7 lengths in 57, we should be talking more about him, or Tailgate Buzz is winning 56 the week before, but we're fortunate in the sense that we do have, right now, the best colt in Pennsylvania in Crantini, on paper anyway, and a very, very good horse also. A few very, very good horses, but one in particular in Spitfire Overseas. That's a little unfair to Austral Hanover and Tailgate Buzz, but that's racing, and just very, very, very fortunate to have those horses in our barn. And this colt in particular, as I said, I alluded to and joked about this morning, came from the Rocky Balboa School of Training. He came about it the toughest way, and I got all the respect in the world for Austral Hanover for doing it. Brace for Landing, again, fits into that category of horses that I'm just going to take my time, and they're going to tell me when they're ready. I don't need to tell you. I'll tell you when I know. And when they tell me they're ready, that's when we're going to start racing them. You're going to see what I'm talking about now that I'm hearing reports of how good Cutie Cumber was yesterday. I think you're going to see now what I'm talking about by just allowing the horses to tell us when they're ready to go. We did the exact same thing with 3 Point Blue Chip last year. I'm doing the exact same thing right now with Brace for Landing, and we did with Cutie Cumber. And I hope it pays off. It certainly did last year, and I hope it does again this year. But for Brace for Landing, just a super talented colt who I schooled him in 58 off the gate. He was fine. Just felt that he wasn't as confident as I'd like to see him. So we're just going to take a little more time with him. Carter Michael Dio, I know what the issues were with him the other day. I didn't see them at Northfield Park, different surface. His footwear would have been used a little bit different than it was at the Meadows. A few little tinkering changes with Carter Michael Dio. I am actually going to be in the Meadows on Tuesday, so I will train him a little bit Tuesday morning. Now that I say it, I'll talk to Tim here in just a minute and ask him if we can make that happen. We can make that happen, I'm sure of it. Okay, a little air on. It's a little hot right now. There we go. Where are we at now? Okay, Cash Deals was sick, getting a little bit healthier. Still fighting, I think he had a foot bothering her or something left front. But she'll be back this week, I suspect. As a filly, listen, when they get a little bit sick, you simply have to give them the time. And if I tell you it's going to be a week and it's actually 2 or 3, then that's what has to happen. You got to make sure they're 100% healthy when you start them back. Chocolate for Lunch has joined. I didn't put Dwayne Marfisi in the small barns. I apologize. Chocolate for Lunch has joined the Dwayne Marfisi barn. A great mile, her first mile, and then a bit of an odd trip, her second start. We'll see. I haven't talked to Dewey about her yet, but I will over the next week. Columbus made a shoeing change. He's going to Bucyrus on Wednesday in the Grassroots, the Buckeye. Very interested to see how this guy comes around. I think there's something in there. I think he wants to be a better horse, but he's going to have to show me. Coupe de Ville, again, starting Thursday. I can't drive her. I assume Brett Miller will drive her Thursday in the Buckeye. Crantini has been absolutely tremendous. He's undefeated. How can he be? Just an exceptionally gifted colt. Very happy with what he's turned into. This is all the hard work that James put into this colt and everybody put into him. Now you're starting to see that come to fruition, and just super pumped about watching him race again this week. I got to race against him with Austral Hanover, but listen, both those colts have been good. Obviously, one a little bit better than the other, but very happy to see them both race against each other on Thursday. It's the way it had to be. One of them, somebody had to race against somebody, and somebody had to race against Crantini, and I'm okay. If it had been Spitfire, fine. And if it had to be Austral, then I'm okay with that too. So it'll be a fun race on Thursday in Philadelphia, hopefully. Cunning Connie, as I said multiple times this week, I disagree with the people that started dumping their shares, but to each his own. You do what you wish. I think this is going to be a nice grassroots filly for us, and she'll come back racing again next week in the grassroots again. Cutie Cumber, super excited about the reports I'm hearing out of Ontario that she schooled good yesterday. The weight will hopefully pay off. Very happy there. Enzo Guayo, I think the smartest thing to do was scratch him the other day. He's going to be in to go in Philadelphia, and really, really happy with what I've seen from Enzo. Amy schooled Enzo right here Thursday morning in 59, coming half in 58. He'll be ready to rock Thursday in Philadelphia. Fashion Presidente, lifetime mark Thursday in the Meadows, Wednesday in the Meadows. Very happy to see that horse take mark again. Another colt that's put it all together and really puts out an honest effort for us and looked great the other day. Five Fish Species, Mario told me he's been in 220 with no hobbles on, so that's good. She's obviously sounder. I saw her. I pulled up the fence quick the other day, and I saw Five Fish Species going. I thought she looked really, really good. So really excited about her return, or her arrival to the races at some point this year. Full Heart will be going to the grassroots, the Buckeye, obviously, in Scioto next Thursday afternoon. We'll see how she races. Gandalf the Black has been great, deserves a mark. So I really hope this horse wins in Georgian. He's just been another breath of fresh air. You know, Fashion Presidente, Austral, Hanover, Gandalf the Black. There's a number of horses we could name in there. You know, this horse has just been great for us. What a Mission, another horse also. GJ's ATM did his work very well the other day. I talked to Mr. Eaton. I think we're sending Per Lucky out there, but we'll see what transpires over the next few days. But I think Per Lucky will be heading out to Mr. Eaton also. High Enterprise, not my finest drive, not my finest day as a driver, or my finest drive on her. I think I exposed her a little too much and drug her into the deeper part of the ocean where she really didn't like being, and come up a little flat on the end of it, but scoped her after. Still some mucus there. I'm sure her blood's going to show some stuff. Going to work very aggressively to get her good for next Thursday, but not, as I said, not my finest day as a driver. Hill Street Blues going to Bucyrus next week. This is another horse. He's just got to show me more. He just has to show me more. I'm waiting for it. I hope I see it. We will see. We will see over the next week or so. Horn Player, a bit of an odd mile. I thought she was sitting on a big mile. I thought she raced okay, but I would have liked to see her hit the winner's circle. Now, she did trot hard from the head of the lane to the wire, which was impressive. That's the first time we've seen her do that in a race bike. First time we've seen her do that in her qualifier. She just kind of fended off the challenges and drove away kind of in a lackadaisical way, and she made the break her first start in the wind. And then when Mike Wilder drove her, she did her work, but hung out a little bit down the lane. Really didn't finish off her foes the way she should have. And then the other night, chasing down that horse, I would have loved to see her get to the winner's circle. And it's quite a difference between getting up for the win and getting to the leader at the wire. But nonetheless, I thought she raced well. Lady All-Star, starting to train back well now. I'm very happy to hear that she's going well. I suspect she'll be ready in the next 4 weeks. Hope she will. Landing Pad, Landing Strip, both in similar places. We scratched Landing Pad. He'll school Tuesday. Landing Strip, just a little green at the gate. Made a break in the first turn at Grand River. I'm a little torn. I think I might bring him over here. We'll see. I want to have a long conversation with Mario about that. Today, I'll be calling him later on in the afternoon. Leaps and Bounds, I just talked to Jason a little while ago. Both her and Yes trained very, very good today. So where we go with Leaps and Bounds after this, I don't know. Want to talk to the vet. That knee bothers her a little bit. You know, are we going to be able to mitigate that, or does she go right to Kentucky? I think we'll have one start for her and then Kentucky. I really want to start her in that Incentive C and really get her feet underneath her for her first start down there. Magical Tom, Bucyrus on Wednesday, expecting good things from this guy. Mo Power Baby, I talked to Ross the other day via text. Said he was very happy with Mo Power Baby. She's going to be in a pop-up series type thing this week in Indiana. I jumped over Merchant Man, didn't I? I did. Merchant Man's training. I'm gonna give Greg a little call here. And ask him how Merchant Man got around today. I'd like to see them get him in the bike and go mile 2:12 in the coming days and weeks. So I'm not going to be in Ontario other than Monday. I'm going to ask James to maybe go over there Wednesday and train him in the race bike. See how he makes out. Jason told... Oh, wait. I'm jumping over horses here. More Than You Know looked very, very good the other day. Very, very happy with More Than You Know. Where did I end up here? Magical Tom, Merchant Man, yes, Mo better. Okay, I see. My 1% turned out. He'll come back in another 4 weeks. Probably will bring him back in. Nothing But a Dreamer was excellent schooling this week. That was James's. James said the horse was very, very good. His words said he was very good. He's in a grassroots on Tuesday, so hoping for big things from him. Oh my gosh, Jason said trained much better today. I expect we'll see this horse get better and better and better over the next few weeks. I think he just needs more consistent work. That's why I brought him here. That's why I brought him to Northfield Park, so we'll see how he is in the next couple of weeks. But he's been in 14. I trained him in 14, so we'll see how he is after that. Olczek is racing this week. Been happy with Olczek. Like to see him get a fair shake at them this week. But we'll see how Olczek races. Outlaw Jesse James is back jogging. I don't think Terry's trained him yet, but we'll see. Real Fear, a poor mile the other day from Real Fear. We castrated him. He's on the clock. He's going to have to do a lot better in the coming weeks to stay off the next type of list. He just made it onto the castration list in the middle of the summer. He does not want to make it on the sale list. I hope and pray that he comes back around real soon. Rito Legacy back jogging now. Been happy with this mare, but I need her to show a little more spunk, right? She was growing up, filling out. We gave her the time. Let's see what she can do now. Rosita's Dream has just been tremendous. Another horse. Talk about overachievers. Horses that trained down poorly and then came to life. Rosita's Dream is one of them. First start, a winning one in a stake race in Illinois. So great job by everybody involved with Rosita's Dream. You know, I didn't put together the money for Slim yet from Una Madonna, but Slim had Una Madonna, More Than You Know, and Rosita's Dream. So clearly did something right. We had a number of horses coming out of Slim's care that have been doing well so far this season. Silent Assassin is in Ryan Swift and Ray Fisher's barn. She'll be racing Wednesday at Batavia. Sipping on My Shine will be out for another few weeks, and we'll bring him back in. You know, he got his rest. I expect him somewhere in the field to find some brain cells, because that was his only problem. He's just big dummy. And he was just a big dummy, and I hope he comes back good now. Sir Strong was supposed to school yesterday, but I think they pushed it till Tuesday, so we'll see how he goes this week. Sister Solange, a little flat the other day. A few little things in her blood. We'll work on those. Her next start will likely be the Arden, 14 days later, the following Stallion Series, and then so on and so forth. 13 days after that will be the last one. Or the third one? Third one. Smoking Hot Irish Girl drew the rail in the First Sire Stakes tomorrow night at Northfield Park, so we're going to use that to our advantage best we can. Spitfire overseas. Tough overland trip the other day. He'll bounce back well, I suspect, for Philadelphia on Thursday. Swinging Senorita has been perfect. She's been perfect in staking competition, although this is her first Sire Stakes. Obviously, she was the winner of the Next Generation Series not that long ago. Tactical Mounds will be going again on Tuesday. Just continue to work on this filly until we get her where we need her to be. Tailgate Buzz was exceptionally good, both in his Stallion Series victory and in the week before when he went in 56-2. He was a winner in both his last two races and has looked very, very good. As I said, the only thing unfair is that he has to be in the same barn as Crantini, well, theoretically, the same barn as Crantini and Spitfire overseas and horses we always talk about. But Tailgate Buzz has done a great job since he's made it to the races. Victor Cruz is racing Wednesday. Raced Adequate his first start. I thought he was very good at the fair, and then raced Adequate his first start. Warwi Yuri will be schooling and ready soon enough in Ontario for Mario. What a Mission racing in the Sire Stakes Monday night at Northfield Park. Picked for 7-2, I think his odds are. So obviously he's in a good spot there. Whispering Song, as I keep saying, is a sleeper. Drew the outside. I wish he'd have drawn somewhere in the middle of the gate, but we'll do the best we can. I suspect you're going to see good things from this filly all summer long, and wouldn't it be nice has made her way back to the barn to start jogging. So those are your 2-year-olds. I'll be back with your 3-year-olds right now. And do it right now.